Okay, welcome to the next in the series of calls around the world with OSCEdays participants. Now we're talking to Down Under. We've got Adam in Australia. Do you want to let us know what you've been up to down there?
Yeah, hi guys. We're just about to wrap up. We've done a whole day today. It's Saturday for the OSCEdays in Perth, Western Australia. So we're a group of change makers here in Western Australia called the Enkel Collective, together with another organization called Stop, Reset, Go, co-organized this event today. And we had quite a broad group of people from government, big business, entrepreneurs, quite a few PhD students in different areas, engineers, architects. I myself, I'm a futurist, so it's been really sort of multidisciplinary with great conversations. So we started off with more of an introduction about what is the circular economy, what is open source, and I did some more provocations around how an open source economy and an open source world or an open source future would look. So looking at some crazy stuff, you know, when we can 3D print everything we need, and when we don't need any sort of old school governance systems, but everything is sort of peer-to-peer. And someone mentioned, or some people I spoke to before said that the circular economy is a way that we it's a utopia, but it is actually how we humans should relate to each other. But during the day we sort of investigated, is it really a utopia? Maybe not, because there are a lot of enablers that can make this possible. So we've gone through those. In the afternoon, we have 4 different challenges right now. One local here for Perth, Fremantle, around homelessness, how we can use a lot of sort of new things like the Internet of Things and many new technologies and principles and theories to tackle that local problem. We had one more big picture around how we who understand and work within these frameworks can sell our services to existing organizations. The third challenge was around creating a media lab to push out these thoughts, more of a communications platform, social media. And the fourth one was retrofitting existing houses and communities towards open source circular economy, so more sort of practice. We had a lot of architects in that group talking about regenerative architecture and those sort of things. So it's been quite broad, but there's heaps of good ideas and connections, especially that's come up. So yeah, overall it's been a great day. And I'm just about to head back now to the last presentation here. So.
Can you just let me know a little bit more about kind of why you were interested in this as an event, or what you kind of see as the main potential for an open source approach to the circular economy? What's special about this, or what's interesting about it?
For us, it's I mean, here it's way behind you guys in Berlin or in Europe in general and many other places. We have quite a strong economy, have had for a long time, based on resource mining, all these old school traditional industries, but it's quite a comfortable life people lead here. So there's no real need for these things yet. Like in terms of, you know, if you look at sort of Greece and Spain, we had a guy from Barcelona actually who talked about Spain and Podemos and those things, and that has forced them into action and taking a step towards the open source circular economy. While we here, we don't really need to yet, so it's more of a conceptual thing that we have to spread. So we had like 40, 50 people here today. I think that's quite a good outcome for an event like this, because we're sort of struggling to get people to these sort of events. But the OSCE, the international OSCE, has helped us a lot, but it's actually part of a global international event. So. Okay. Thanks, guys, for organizing this.
No problem. And just in terms of connecting to the other people around the world, are there challenges which you think you can connect with other people, or are you kind of how are you documenting the challenges so that other people can plug into what you're doing and understand, get an idea of your experience?
Yeah, we're talking about that. Like our collective are running a lot of events weekly, basically. We have something called Ideas Clash, where people just come with ideas, and then we have prototyping and living labs, which are more sort of periods to tackle a challenge. And we try to hook up with other organizations globally who work in these fields or to do similar things to us, but it's quite hard actually. Not to sort of find initiatives globally, more to get people here to engage with them, because we're in totally different time zones, and it's also very contextual, you know, like the situation here is very different from Europe, both in terms of the system, but also the values. Like we have a totally different set of values here, I guess. So now everyone's coming here with chairs. So I'll just try to move around a bit.
Yeah, maybe you can just give us a quick run around the space and show us what's going on.
Yeah.
Everyone's be sitting on it.
Sorry, I'm just going to try to get I'm just showing happy faces.
It's coming upstream.
Yeah, this is the circular economy, moving chairs back and forth.
What's the space you're in?
This is the space we've been in. So there's a few. It's actually an old warehouse, which now has turned into an art gallery with art studios. So there's still some people here. George is deep thinking. So here, yeah, we have the ideas here on the wall. You're not going to see anything, but we posted and talked about the 4 different challenges.
And do you think people were receptive to the concepts of open source and circular economy? Did it take people a little while to get their heads around it, or was it relatively quick?
I think it was quite quick. Like a lot of people who came here, they're already thinking along those lines. It's more about giving it a word. And like, you know, open source circular economy is one thing. I work as a futurist. For me, this is one possible future. You know, you can call it whatever you want, but we all agree that the systems we have now, you know, they're not working. So we got to find something new. What that new is, we don't know yet. We probably won't know until in hindsight what we're gonna call it. So, but yeah, people are totally enthusiastic about these ideas. So yeah, absolutely.
Well, I know you've got presentations to get to, so I won't keep you for too long. But maybe if you have do you have a message for the rest of the participants in the OSCEdays, or something that you want to share with people, something that any kind of words of wisdom you want to share?
Not really. I mean, something that we try to point out here today. It's the importance of systems thinking in all our presentation. That nothing of this is going to happen unless we can spread systems thinking among friends, you know, organizations we work for, and local councils, and etc. Because whatever you call this coming in the next paradigm, you got to have a systemic approach to it to sort of make sense of it, and to be able to move forward towards an open source circular economy. So yes, systems thinking is our theme here today, I think.
Okay, cool. Is there any website or Twitter account or anything that we should direct people to if they want to follow what you guys are doing over in Western Australia?
Yeah, it's the Enkel Collective, so enkel.co, enkel.co.
And I'll put that link in the description of this video so anybody watching can have a look at that and check out what you guys are doing over there. Cool. Okay.
Do you want to say something, Andy, or my co-organizer, Andy, is here?
Hey, how's it going?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm Andy from Stop Reset Go, and we're just sort of wrapping up the session here. And we've had a good day. Got a lot of sort of systems thinking going on. Not had too much time to organise a full-on event, but sort of there's a lot of good stuff that's come from it, and projects that hopefully gonna carry on after. So it's been good.
Are there any particular examples or issues or projects which you think have a particularly strong potential, or that you want to kind of continue after this event?
there's various different things. We've got like a media lab that's come about is to create a narrative around a lot of these issues around the circular economy and open source, and actually having an open source narrative that people can take in a different way depending on their audience and stuff. So that's one thing that's come from it. We've got people from city councils and that here as well, so they're quite interested in the ideas of the circular economy and how open source can be used with housing, and we've been looking at systems, enablers, and various different things. Generally, the challenges, because it's only been a one-day event, have been slightly more open-ended rather than focusing on something particular.
Yeah.
But it's been good because people have opened up their mentality and taken on board, the ideas of being inspired by nature and expanding on the problem to find, effective solutions. So it's been good.
Okay. And one question we've been asking a lot of participants is to kind of try to frame the idea of open source, how because there's a lot of different perspectives on it and people are approaching it from different directions. What does open source mean for you in the context of the circular economy?
I think it provides, sorry, I'm just going to back away because the guys are presenting. I think it provides something, the missing link to what is the circular economy. I think the circular economy, as it's been championed by the Ellen MacArthur Foundation and myself, and one of the first MBA students that have gone through the first MBA, and one of the issues is the sort of social issues. So I think the open source addresses a lot of that.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else that you'd like to add, or any message or thing you want to say to the participants, the community of the OSCEdays?
No, I think it's just to carry on working together, coming out of people's silos and sharing ideas with one another. The change depends on all of us coming together and sharing our ideas, and not trying to compete against one another.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Is there anyone else who wants to say anything from over there, or should we wrap it up with that?
I think we're probably best to wrap up. The guys are presenting. I've just been told that I'm talking too loud, so.
Okay. Wonderful. Well, good luck with the rest of your event, and thank you very much for taking part and having a chat with us.
Thanks, mate. Take it easy. See you later.
Bye.